Right, everyone, welcome to today's YouTube video. Today I'm going to be testing a strategy that was broken down by a guy called Mark Trades. And he is amongst like one of the top binary options, like gurus, if you want to call it that. So he shared a strategy and we're going to test whether it actually works or not, because that's what we do on this channel. We see if it's bullshit or not using a proper trading calculator, proper session calculator. But before we do that, what I want to do is quickly do this. That's just need to fix this formula real quick. We are going to do that. Literally just multiply by -5. Okay, there we go. So now that we have our session here, we obviously know that we need to be doing 5-second trades. So remember the rule, it's 5-5. 5-second trades and 5-second candles. So there we have it, 5-second trades, 5-second candles. Now, how the strategy is going to work is very, very simple. And I don't have the have the highest hopes for this, but it could work, right? Basically, all you're looking for is 3 red candles in a row, right? And after those 3 red candles happen in a row, you take a buy. So obviously there you would have won. But then, for a buying example, if you see 3 red candles in a row, you would look for a buy. If you see 3 green candles in a row, you would look for a sell. So there's 3 greens in a row, you would then look for a sell, and you would obviously win on that example. Obviously that was all cherry picked. Here is one more example over here, where you would have 3 in a row going down, and then you just take an opposite trade to the upside. Here you have 3 once again going downwards, you would take a trade to the upside. So right now, doing this backtesting looks like it could work, right? 3 going up, 1 going down. Not a bad shot, not a bad strategy, but we have to test it out properly and see. So Mark, let's see if your strategy actually works. So we can use proper risk management here. We have the demo account balance set to $1,240.17. The trade size therefore is going to be 12.4. So I want to copy that and paste that into here. And now, how the session is going to work is we're going to aim for a take profit of 12 units or $148, and basically set our stop loss at -5 at -62. Now, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to look for some trades, right? All we're going to be doing is literally just bouncing between these pairs until we find 3 in a row. So let's hang tight here and see if we can take a trade. Hopefully this goes to the upside, then we can take that sell that we're looking for. Here we go. So we're in our first trade, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. And we have a winning trade. Okay, great start to the session. I was a little bit nervous that this was not going to go well off the first trade, but I was actually proven wrong. Let's keep going. So pretty much we're just going to find a pair that has like a couple in a row, like 2 in a row, and then we're just going to sit tight. So here's 2 in a row, we're going to sit tight and hope that the final one is obviously also red. Then we're going to take a buy here. And let's see. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Mark. 2 wins in a row, guys. 2 wins in a row. Let's keep this going. Would we have won here? We would have lost there. See, you're not always going to win, but right now we have 2 winning trades. So that's all that matters. Okay, let's look for more opportunities here. Here we go. Hopefully we get a sell. No, not at all. Let's look for some more pairs to trade. Nothing so far. Okay, here possibly off of the next one. So let's just hang tight and see. Can I just get my buy ready? No trade there. Okay, come on, go up so that I can take my sell. No, red candle. And also when it's bouncing around and choppy like that, guys, I'd rather just suggest staying out because you don't want to be gambling. Well, you see like there, that's just pocket option manipulating its price. It's a trade we took, and it's a trade that we have to account for, so that was a loss over there, unfortunately. Okay, here's another opportunity. Let's hope we don't get manipulated. There we go. Okay, good push there, but let's see how this ends. Okay, winning trade. But in hindsight and theoretical and not like as much practical. We would have lost this in theory, but we did win. So we'll add that win because it is the strategy at the end of the day, and we have to document what happens in a real market in live time. We're not just going to say, we would have lost that or we would have won that. No, you just go based off of what actually happened because that's how you document and track data from trades. Let's see here. Here's a good buying opportunity. See what happens. Over here, looks like a strong, okay, break even. So again, in theory, this would be a break even, and in fact, that did happen. So we obviously document that result. Okay, missed out on that. Also missed out on this buy over here. Okay, here we go. Good place to buy. It should fill this gap over here, so this should be actually a really good buy. There we go. Okay, Mark, so far it's looking good, brother. Very impressed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try get to 4 units, and then I'm actually going to bring my stop loss up to break even. And whilst we were too busy waffling, we could have been there. Corner. Let's look for some more trades here. Geez, that would have been a disaster. Could have won that one. Could have won that one. Come on. Let's get some trades going. Go up. Okay, here we go. Come on. Yes. Yes. This is brilliant. This is perfect because we can take a sell and it should try to fill this gap down here. Right? But let's see. No, it doesn't. Okay, losing trade. All good. No stress. We're going to keep going, guys. Would have lost that. No opportunity there. Let's scroll down to some other pairs that we could get into. Oh, there we go. Okay. Take a buy on here. And looks like a loss. Wait. Yeah, losing trade. No worries at all. So far, 57% win rate. You've taken 7 total trades in a matter of a couple minutes, which is really good. We do have a positive edge so far still in terms of our win rates and profitability, but we need to document this over a decent chunk of trades to know whether it's good or not. Too late. It feels like I'm too late on these guys. It's almost like I need to stick to a pair and then trade it. See there, and then when I'm ready to find and set up one, it just goes against me. So annoying. Okay, come on. It's about time we get a win, right? Brilliant trade. That's a great trade. That's a really good trade. Good stuff. So far, I'm somewhat impressed with the strategy. I mean, we did have a bit of a terrible drawdown over here. But that's okay because the edge is still playing out over the long run, which is what I do like to see in the strategies that I do test. And that's the beauty of this channel, guys. Like, I'm never going to suggest strategies to you. And obviously, this is just for you to understand how quick trading does work. But I'd never suggest doing real money. I'd rather you go search quick trading on here and then getting involved inside of my own community over here, where you can then obviously get access to my main strategy in here as well as the entire community. We also do calls where we can obviously learn with one another. I can share stuff, answer your questions. You can watch me trade live. And then obviously there's daily lessons and also an advanced version of the course, which is coming soon. So I'd rather suggest you get into this. It's called Klusk's Quick Trading, and it's also in my YouTube bio here. There's a link in my description. So if you come to my channel here, obviously you have seen this. You can click here on school.com and it's going to take you to the exact same place. Over here, it will also be linked in the description of this video. Let's get back into this though. So let's look for some more trades. Somewhat impressed, but yeah, I don't want to suggest any bullshit to you guys. I want to be testing and providing you with the best strategies possible. Obviously, these still aren't a guarantee, like the really good strategies that I find from YouTube or through Mark or other creators and gurus. I still wouldn't suggest with real money because it's never a guarantee. There's no equity distribution curves or anything backed up behind it to prove that it's going to perform over the long run. So that's why I suggest rather using my strategy inside of my program. Looks like a good buying opportunity here, which we're going to take. Hopefully we can fill the median region over here. We don't. That was just a bit of a bad entry. You see, in theory, you would have won this, but practicality, I actually lost that, and you have to document that as a real trade that we take, because you will make mistakes like that in the markets. And yeah, that's just how I approach my trading. You have to be a realist. You have to take everything as it comes, right? And not be like lying to yourself, right? You have to document everything truly so you can see the true results of everything and how it performs. Oh, here's one. Okay, once again, we got gapped up again, but luckily we did get filled. So we'd enter a win there. Just get rid of this. It's annoying pop-up. Okay, so far, guys, what I'm seeing out of this strategy is a lot of variance. A lot of variance, a lot of consolidation, just up, down, up, down, up, down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just calculate here. So our minimum variance was pretty much, call it like $10 from the start. Our maximum take profit was around 35. So what I'm going to do is set my take profit now to, let's see, 4 units will be 49. No, that's not enough. Oh, that's too much. Okay, let's make this our take profit, and then we're pretty much going to set our stop loss at the exact same, just to shorten the session and to gain somewhat of a profit on the session. Because from what I can see already based on the strategy, is just a lot of choppiness. It's not going to really go anywhere, right? This is just a lot of variance in data. There's no clear edge, right? There's no clear edge, and I can always see that when the bottom points of a strategy are always just the same points, right? And also the top, you can see here a lot of the same top points. We're probably going to have a loss here, just because of that variance, and then eventually a loss here. But we're going to try to work our way up towards this take profit, which is why I did lower it and also bring my stop loss closer, because I don't see any sort of value in the strategy at the moment. It feels a lot like guessing work and just going based off patterns, which isn't the best approach. There are patterns that I do teach inside of my program, but they're algorithmic patterns that obviously repeat a lot more regularly than these and actually give you a good win rate. Whereas this is just like, 3 candles in a row, it goes up, right? So that's not always going to happen. You can see 3 in a row goes down, 3 in a row goes down, 3 in a row goes down, 3 in a row goes up, 3 in a row goes up. It's not going to work, but we'll keep testing this until we hit either. Okay, so pretty much maybe two more wins and we should be done here. Let's look for some more trades here. 3 in a row goes down. So I can already tell, not the best of strategies, just because, yeah, it's pure gambling, in my opinion, this form of trading. Just if I see 3 candles going in a row, I'm just going to go for a buy or a sell. No. You need to go based off of what's happening around you as well, right? And also algorithms. Here's another opportunity. We were late on this one. It's okay, though. Okay, where are we sitting? $30. So we're pretty much just going to go for one more win here, guys. Cool, perfect. Let's see here. Should be a win if it was a good strategy, but no. Another losing trade. And what do we have, guys? We have more variance once again. More variance at this region, which just shows me that it's just going to consolidate inside of here. No real movements, no real clear edge. Like the stuff that I teach inside of the program has a clear edge. Sure, you might have choppiness, but over the long run, it's meant to go up. This, over the long run, is very, very, very stagnant and not clear. Should be a sell on this. Would have been a winning trade for us. We were a bit late, though. Okay. Let's see. No. Manipulated by pocket option there. Here's a good selling opportunity on this trade. and we got reversed on, so another loss. And here we go, we are back into the cycle of variance with this strategy, which proves to me that Mark, it's not a good strategy, dude. Stop sharing all this BS to guys. I'm promoting a brand. Promotes authenticity, dude. Just show everyone what works and what doesn't. Stop saying this works, because it really doesn't, dude. $5 in profit is not a lot. Like, we need substantial profits. We need proper growth. Where's your... He doesn't even explain where's his equity curves in his sessions and everything. It just doesn't make sense. You can take a buy here. This was a good buying opportunity. Losing trade. Yeah, guys, you just have to treat trading properly. Not as this form of gambling where it's like, okay, if this candle does this, oh, I'm just gonna... If I see 3 in a row, I'm gonna buy. Where's the logic? It's brain dead trading. It's not gonna make you money. You need to be like, okay, sure, 3 candles in a row happen, but what's happening to that final candle that's causing it to want to move in this direction or in that direction? That's more logical. This is not logical trading, in my opinion. Let's look for a trade, possibly. If we get a push here. No. I'm going to move over to a different, maybe stocks or something. For a change. Maybe we can get some different trades on here. Ooh, mistake. Big mistake. So this is typical with pocket option. They're just going to manipulate your trading, which does happen. Okay, so now I'm just going to put my take profit at break even because I've gone into the negatives now and I can already see that stage is not going to play out in my favor for this session. So let's see here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Losing trade. Okay, here. This would go up, right? No. Absolutely not. How come? Well, resistance area. Why would you try to buy here when it's literally trying to fill a fair value gap, which would just want to push more to the downside? Yeah. See, no logic behind it. Knew that trade was going to lose. Just because it had to fill that fair value gap on this candle. Why would you try to buy, right? It needs to fill this gap. It needs to start filling these gaps at the bottom here as well. So also not the best of entries. Not looking too great, in my opinion, I must say. Okay. Come on. If you are really that good of a strategy with logic, you would win, right? Thank you. Okay. Where are we at? Let's let this run. Okay, $20 down, so pretty much a unit. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We hopefully can get somewhere back to break even, and then we can just call this strategy not terrible, but just don't use it, because it's not going to get you anywhere. We got lucky with that jump. We are still going to record it. Okay, one more win away from pretty much calling this a neutral strategy. It's neither good or bad. So I don't have bad things to say about it. I think we are going to like somewhat get back into this region here in future. But for the sake of this video and for the time, I'm just going to try get it back up to break even, which is why I moved my stops here. I think it could play out a lot better over the long run. But right now, from what I'm seeing, it's just not worth it. It's not a terrible strategy. It's not a good strategy or a bad strategy. It's just one of those strategies where on like your normal distribution curve, it's just going to be sitting around the mean. It's not necessarily going to pull either to like a positive direction to make you more money or negative to make you like no money at all, where you lose money. It's just going to chill pretty much in the middle and not do much, which is what we're seeing is not giving a clear like bias of how good the strategy is. Let's see if we can just get this back to break even and call the session. Wow, that gap was ridiculous. Here we go. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes! Yes! Okay, this is the mediocre strategy, guys. Very mediocre strategy. Pretty much a break even. Yeah, take profit reach. Just the break even. That reached over here. So mark your 3 candles in a row and then take the opposite trade is a bang average strategy. In my opinion, didn't make me, well, made me significant profits, but not enough to go for 12 units. You guys could literally see that my initial take profit was meant to be 148, and I'm able to get that pretty seamlessly and easily with my normal strategy, right? I can do that in like 10 minutes. But obviously with these YouTube strategies, the variance kicks in and it's just really difficult to trade them. Even with smart risk management, I think for someone who doesn't stop at break even here, they're probably going to get destroyed even more and more. This is just using the smart risk management that I've learned over the years that I teach inside the program. But for someone who doesn't have that experience, you can already see a terrible trend that's likely to form here, and they're going to continue to lose money. Mediocre strategy, neither good or bad. You can test it for yourself, and yeah, guys, in the comments, just let me know how it works out for you. But because it's a mediocre strategy and probably even more likely to be a negative expected value strategy, I'd suggest sticking to demo for this one. Alright guys, cheers. Thanks for the video. For watching this video. Subscribe and join my community. Cheers.